Boston Dynamics has just unveiled a new Atlas at CES 2026. And this time, the message is clear. This is not a demo robot. This is a product. This unveiling took place at CES 2026 as part of Hyundai Motor Group's broader AI and robotics strategy. On stage, Atlas was positioned not as an experiment or a research platform, but as a core component of Hyundai's long-term manufacturing vision. The goal is not replacement, but collaboration, using humanoid robots to handle repetitive, heavy, and hazardous tasks so human workers can focus on oversight, precision, and decision-making. Compared to earlier versions, the new Atlas looks and feels like a finished industrial machine. The old hydraulic Atlas was powerful but loud, complex, and maintenance-heavy. Even the first electric prototype shown in 2024 still looked like a lab system. The 2026 version is fully enclosed in industrial-grade panels, quieter, cleaner, and clearly designed for factory floors instead of research labs. This is the short version of the shift. Hydraulics were impressive, but electric systems are scalable. Electric actuators are more efficient, more reliable, and practical for 24/7 operation. This change isn't about performance, it's about deployability. Atlas also brings serious mechanical upgrades. The robot features 56 degrees of freedom, with multiple fully rotational joints that allow movements humans physically can't do. It doesn't need to turn its whole body to reach or reposition. It can twist, rotate, and adjust its posture in place, which makes repetitive industrial tasks faster and more efficient. In terms of raw capability, Atlas is rated to lift up to 50 kilograms, placing it right in the range needed for real factory work like moving car parts, crates, and heavy tools. At the same time, it uses human-scale hands with tactile sensing, allowing it to control grip force precisely. That combination, strength with touch sensitivity, is critical. It means Atlas can handle both heavy components and delicate parts without switching tools or modes. Durability was clearly a priority in this version. Atlas is rated IP67, meaning it can handle water exposure and industrial washdowns. It's designed to operate in temperatures ranging from -20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, covering everything from cold warehouses to hot factory environments. This isn't a robot that needs perfect conditions. It's built for the messy reality of industrial work. The CES stage demo reflected this shift in priorities. There were no stunts, no dramatic movements, and no choreography. Atlas walked out calmly, scanned the environment, and moved with deliberate, controlled motion. Boston Dynamics openly stated that the demo was remotely operated, and that transparency mattered. In unpredictable environments like a CES stage, safety comes first. More importantly, this demo was used to highlight something new: simplified control. Atlas can now be guided through a tablet-based interface, allowing supervisors to intervene, guide tasks, or redirect the robot without specialized equipment. This is a major change. Humanoid robots no longer require PTA-level expertise or complex VR systems to operate. That lowers the barrier for real-world adoption and makes Atlas usable by existing factory teams. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe. We're covering many more major reveals coming straight from the CES 2026 stage. One of the most important announcements tied to Atlas was the confirmed partnership with Google DeepMind. Boston Dynamics has always led in hardware and physical control. DeepMind brings world-class AI reasoning. Together, the goal is to integrate Gemini robotics foundation models into Atlas, allowing the robot to understand natural language instructions and reason about tasks instead of following rigid scripts. In practical terms, this means Atlas won't need to be manually programmed for every movement. Instead of defining each step, operators could issue high-level commands like identifying a problem, selecting tools, and completing a task autonomously. This turns Atlas from a programmable machine into a learning system, one that improves over time through software updates rather than hardware redesigns. Hyundai has also laid out a clear roadmap for how Atlas will be deployed. The plan starts in controlled industrial environments and scales gradually. Initial deployments will focus on parts sequencing at Hyundai's Meta plant in Georgia, where Atlas will organize and deliver components to assembly lines. This is repetitive, physically demanding work that fits perfectly with the robot's capabilities. By around 2030, Atlas is expected to move into more complex tasks such as component assembly, using dual-arm coordination and tactile sensing to fit parts together. Beyond that, the long-term vision is to assign Atlas to dangerous or ergonomically harmful tasks, heavy lifting, awkward positioning, or work in high heat or hazardous environments. The broader goal is a software-defined factory where robot fleets can be updated and reassigned as production needs change. Some concept visuals shown during the presentation sparked speculation about Atlas entering homes, but both Hyundai and Boston Dynamics quickly clarified the situation. There is no consumer version planned. These images were meant to illustrate long-term AI potential, not product timelines. Atlas remains firmly focused on enterprise and industrial use, where it can generate real returns and prove its value at scale. The most important takeaway from CES 2026 is what Atlas didn't do. There were no backflips, and that absence says everything. This wasn't a step backward. It was a graduation. Atlas has moved beyond spectacle. It's now a tool designed to work, to integrate into existing systems, and to operate shift after shift alongside humans. Production has already begun, with early units committed to Hyundai and DeepMind. This is not a concept anymore. The era of showing what robots can do is ending. The era of showing what robots are doing has begun. China just revealed a robot that doesn't adapt with software alone. It physically changes its body while working. Limx Dynamics dropped something unusual into the robotics world. Tron 02. The concept? A robot that rewrites its own body depending on what you need it to do. Physical transformation, not software tricks. Sounds impressive on paper. Reality is harder. Most robots get built once and stay that way forever. One shape, one job, one set of capabilities. Frozen in place the moment manufacturing ends. So when Limx claimed Tron 02 could genuinely reshape itself, the question wasn't about the marketing pitch. It was whether this thing could actually hold together under stress. Because morphing isn't just about clicking parts together. There's weight distribution to manage, control systems that need to adapt instantly, safety protocols that can't break down every time the robot switches modes. That's the graveyard of modular robotics. Tron 02 gets around this by committing to 3 distinct forms from day one. Same brain, 3 bodies, a stationary dual-arm workhorse, a wheeled leg hybrid for covering ground, or a full bipedal walker. These aren't cosmetic changes. Each mode handles completely different work. Precision tasks, navigation across terrain, without the software losing its mind underneath. But being versatile doesn't matter if you're weak. Limx proved their point in the most direct way possible. One demo shows Tron 02 hanging from gymnastic rings, the kind athletes use for upper body conditioning. No legs attached, just arms gripping metal. The setup looks almost boring at first. Someone clips 2 water bottles to the frame. The robot performs a pull-up. Smooth, controlled, almost casual, like a warm-up exercise rather than a stress test. Then the stakes change completely. A woman sits down on a seat mounted to the robot's torso, her entire weight now suspended beneath the machine. Tron 02 pulls up again, lifting her completely off the ground. With nothing but arm strength, no leg assistance, no external rigging, just raw, repeatable mechanical power. Once you've got power covered, the next hurdle is responsiveness. Advanced machines don't break because they're weak. They break because humans can't work with them smoothly. Even tiny delays ruin coordination. Latency destroys precision work, especially in research where millimeters matter. Tron 02 handles this through near-instant teleoperation, around 100 milliseconds from human input to robot action. When you move, it moves. No waiting. No compensation for lag. It feels direct. Essential when you're training AI systems, not just pushing hardware around. But Limx didn't stop at making the robot responsive. They rebuilt the entire workflow. Most robotics labs don't fail because of bad robots. They fail because everything's scattered. You collect data in one place. Label it somewhere else. Train your model on a different machine. Deploy through yet another system. Tron 802 folds all of that into one integrated vision language action platform. Everything happens in the same environment. Limx claims new users can start working with VLA models in 2 hours, instead of weeks. That integration led to something nobody expected. Before we go further, quick reminder, the humanoid race is heating up fast. In just a few months, we're likely seeing Optimus Gen 3 for the first time. If you want those updates early, make sure you're subscribed.